It's over. It's over. We're 10 seconds in the podcast. It's over. Abandon all fucking hopes of this being a good podcast at the door right now. I'm drinking the Panera Bread charged lemonade. See how much I've drank? I've drank 19% of this shit. This lemonade is going viral, okay? This is the new fucking pink sauce. It has killed 2 people. It is a lemonade made by the sandwich shop Panera Bread, where if you get the large, it has the same caffeine content as 4 cups of coffee. And yes, 4 people have died. You may think, Ben, why would you get that? Well, I am a mindless sheep that sees something funny trending on Twitter. Not that people dying from a lemonade is funny, but, just the concept of it is a little bit of a chuckle. And I just have to participate because I am a lemming. If I see all my friends jump off a cliff, I will be following them. Also, moving on, Shane Dawson, 2 babies. 2 babies belonging to Shane Dawson. What the fuck? Okay, so obviously let's break it down here. Shane Dawson can't get pregnant, but I've never heard of 2 people... I've never heard of people adopting 2 babies at the same time. Start with fucking 1. What are we doing here? I don't know why this Panera Bread is bringing up my fucking Canadian accent. Also, side ramble, why are the 2 emojis over the baby's face? I'm not gonna, we've talked about this, I've ranted about this on this podcast before, but I'm not gonna walk down the street, see his little grub in a stroller and be like, oh shit, that's Shane Dawson's baby. No, I don't give a fuck, I don't have facial recognition of your goddamn baby, Shane Dawson. Do I look like fucking Face ID on your iPhone? It's not good. I've been sipping on this Panera Bread. Okay, let's start the episode. Okay. I have been sipping on this Panera fucking lemonade all day. I've been microdosing it so it doesn't kill me because the second I got it this morning at the ripe hour of 10 in the morning, I felt my heart rate go up to 170, which is how fast it is when I am on a exercise bike. So I thought, let's pump the brakes. Let's tone it down. So listen, it's Sunday. This is my podcast day. This is when I record my podcast. Oh, awesome. Siri was just trying to transcribe this whole thing. It's 4:46 p.m. I know I'm not going to have any stronger brain activity for the rest of the day, so we're just hitting it. We're hitting this podcast right now. I know my brain, there's not going to be a single topic, truly and genuinely abandon all hope for this episode of the podcast, but maybe it'll be a fun ride for you to come along on. So that's the first thing I want to talk about is just Shane Dawson's baby. The way that man will just appear like that dude that's in everyone's dreams and then disappear. Oh, that was a Freudian slip. The way I said dream when Shane Dawson looks like Dream. I made a joke about that on Twitter. I said, oh my god, I didn't know Dream was pregnant. Me and I'm the most unfunny person on the fucking earth. I do feel my my funny levels have very much waned in the past few months, and maybe you've noticed that in my content, just looking at me. Maybe it's going down a little bit. I don't know how to get it back, but it will come back. It's maybe seasonal depression is kicking my ass. I do have a depression lamp here from IKEA, but it hasn't been doing all that much. Moving along. Nicki Minaj's album kind of sucked. Sorry. That's been a crazy thing to witness online. There's this weird trend of artists just literally going into the studio and pretending they are scrolling through TikTok. Why the fuck does the Nicki Minaj album have a whole Billie Eilish song at the start? If you haven't listened, go listen to the first song on Nicki Minaj's album. What the fuck? Nothing will prepare you for it. Nothing will prepare it. She just plays a whole Billie Eilish song. It's so crazy. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Another sip. Oh! The problem is it's good. Also, don't buy the shit. Hey, don't buy the shit. I bought this as a prop for a video, a separate video I'm doing. It's a TikTok. I'm going to put this in a humidifier and see what happens, but that's so besides the point. Don't drink this. Don't get the large. So the way that someone died from this is they don't say, okay, they say on the machine, if you're in Panera Bread and you're I'll try this lemonade. This shit looks good. It has a little tiny text that says this has a high caffeine content, but if you're just an unsuspecting person, if you're not reading the fucking fine print of the Panera Bread juice box, you're not going to think twice. You're going to, and there's free refills of Panera Bread. That's the craziest part. Some motherfuckers are pulling up to Panera Bread. They're like, I'll get broccoli cheddar soup in a bread bowl. It'll be delicious. It'll be scrumptious. What am I going to do to wash down the palate? Cleanse out the fucking esophagus. Let me get this yummy lemonade. They drank a whole large. Come back. I'm still thirsty. Whoa, I feel a little jittery. Come back again. Boom. Fuck. And then they're dead. And then they like die of a heart attack. And I get it. And I wanted to like quickly, briefly touch on why is there so many foods that kill us? Like, I'm not talking like, the cantaloupe recall of the great cantaloupe recall of late 2023 that we're currently experiencing, where people are just getting salmonella and dying from cantaloupe, which, sidebar to the sidebar, how the fuck is that happening? Because I'm not, like, a cantaloupe is closed. The cantaloupe it's closed. Like, you're not eating the rind, therefore it's, like, not dirty. So how the fuck is salmonella getting inside the cantaloupe if it's closed? Are people like injecting needles with like salmonella into the fucking cantaloupe? I am no like fruit expert, but I just don't get it. I understand like maybe if you're slicing the cantaloupe and there's like a little bit of salmonella on the rind, then it might contaminate it as the knife goes through the cantaloupe. But what's stopping like other diseases from the rind? Like, I feel like more people would fucking die from every other fruit with the rind on it. Like, what about watermelon? What about even I guess you wash apples, but like all the fruits that you don't wash, you're slicing through that motherfucker. You're at a picnic, you're at a quinceañera, and you're slicing up the watermelon for all the kids to eat. You slice it through. All of that nasty boogers and stuff that was on the outside of the melon is now inside the melon. Microscopic particles we're talking here, folks, okay? Yeah, I don't understand how this doesn't happen more, because like you look at the state of like rinded fruits, and they're so dirty and like nasty. Like there's no farmer that's like picking all the watermelons in his garden and then be like, oh, let me give these a nice little sprinkle. Let me like use a sanitizing wipe on this. No, like that is sitting in like cow manure and stuff. Like the outside is not fit for consumption, I don't think. Then again, I don't fucking know. Wash your fruits, folks. But crazy days, crazy times. I wanted cantaloupe today. I didn't even know about the shit until my mom texted me. I wanted cantaloupe. They didn't have any of that in the store. I asked an employee. They were like, you didn't hear the news? What the fuck do you mean, did you not hear the news? I literally thought it was in like a post-apocalyptic movie, or like the start of like a dystopian movie where like the society's falling apart, and I'm like in the grocery store while the fucking the zombies are coming. People are like ravaging it, getting all their toilet paper and stuff. And I'm like, oh, what's going on here, guys? And they're like, fuck, you didn't hear? And what else? I have my Fortnite hours screen time has gone up in a very scary way. I am probably clocking around 8 hours a day. I don't fuck with Lego Fortnite. I do fuck with the racing Fortnite. I do fuck with like the GarageBand Fortnite. This is me in Las Vegas on a trip when I was 15. This was the darkest point in my fucking life, bro. I shaved my head because I found out that I was like, gonna have to move like cities to a new high school. And so I was like, oh, fuck no. So like we went on like a trip to Las Vegas to like try and cheer me up. And I like literally just thought about killing myself the whole time. But also like this is an insane fit. I also like, I think I'm like a little thick here. I don't understand. I had a time where like I put on a little bit of weight, but I think this was that time. I had a whole Britney moment. I shaved my head too. It's kind of crazy. Moving on. This is a funny meme that I saw. I'll read it off to you for all my listeners. So OP, original poster, said, OMG, do you guys remember when people thought Harry Styles was a cannibal? That was so interesting. And then they commented on their own TikTok later and said, guys, I was just informed that this never happened, and I'm 99% sure it was a weird dream I had. I'm on new meds, by the way. I'm not on meds, but I really do relate to that. I have had so many fucking instances where I will like reply to an email in my dreams, or throughout like school, I would like hand in assignments in my dreams, or like finish the assignment in my fucking dream, and then wake up and like go to school thinking I did that, and then I didn't, and like I was actually like sabotaging my life. It was so. We don't talk. I mean, we do talk enough about dreams. Like, there's so many annoying fucking people that are just like will spill their whole dream for like an hour straight. But like, it really is so insane that we go to bed and we just have Netflix that starts playing. Like, ew, I sound like. Anyways, here's like a fun picture I took of Monty, my little sweetheart. Next up, what else? Erewhon. I'm just going through my camera roll and like telling you about what's been going on. Peter Griffin Fortnite. I truly don't understand why they did this. Sorry, back to Fortnite. But why did they make Peter Griffin buff? He was already perfect. His body was perfect. His body was T, as they say. What else? This is a crocodile that I saw in the Everglades of Florida like a few weeks ago with my mom. We went on a trip. It was a hoot and a holler. What else? Working on merch. Yup. But hit a roadblock, and that shit is not coming until next year. Sorry, I want to have a fun like Christmas moment for my mamas. Shit is not happening this year. My bad. It will come soon. What else? I need another hit of this. This is like simultaneously like drying out my mouth, which is very confusing because look at this shit. I've drank not even a quarter of it, and I'm like, Holy mama! In a drastic change of tone, I used to struggle with my masculinity. It's something that I never really like, I was not like very like comfortable in having. So like I hit puberty hella fucking late. Like for some reason, I think hit puberty in like the middle of high school. So I was out here. You remember that picture I showed you like fucking 5 minutes ago of me like in Las Vegas? That was how I was looking in high school. It was so brutal and embarrassing. Like this was actually how I was like walking the fucking halls of my high school. Meanwhile, people were like getting 6 feet tall. By the way, I was like 5'4" here probably. Those sandals, Jesus fucking Christ. So like I always had a complicated relationship with like my own masculinity. I was surrounded by like very hyper masculine fucking dudes, and I'd try and fit in by like, you know, partaking in their like activities. So like they would go and hunt and shit, and I would say like, oh yeah, I'll come, and then I'd like freak the fuck out and like just stay in like in like their mom's house while they like went off hunting. Or like we do like airsoft tournaments, and I would like shoot the gun and then like freak the fuck out. Oh, I shot myself once in the neck with an airsoft gun and like started crying, and it was like the most humiliating thing ever. However, once I hit puberty in the middle of high school, I guess, I don't know, the fucking testosterone machine turned on, and I was like, whoa, I'm a male. And it was like a feeling that I had never felt before. I was like this weird little fucking eunuch before. But then I like hit puberty and was like, wow. And like, it's so weird. Like I suddenly started having interest in things I thought were like so fucking dumb before. I was like, wait, I do like airsoft guns. I do think that's fucking awesome. And I do like it was so weird. It was like all the like cliche, like stereotypical like boy things I started enjoying. And I started to like look at myself as like a boy and not like, or like a male and not just like unmarked gendered child, which is how I looked at myself before. How the fuck did I get on this topic? Anyways, so now I think I've kind of, so there was, let's talk about toxic masculinity. So that was something that I like really battled in middle school. I was on the fucking front lines of the toxic masculinity, battleground. So like I was fucking with Skrillex. Like I loved Skrillex so much, and the people that I was around were like so aggressively masculine that even like Skrillex, they like call me like a girl. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm listening to Skrillex. Like you don't see me like twirling around to like I don't know, like ballerina music or something. Like this is so obviously like just like not even like a gendered thing. Like I just like Skrillex, like fuck. And I'd like play Minecraft too, and they would like make fun of me for that. And basically anything that wasn't like hunting vibes, like I would wear a shirt that like wasn't a camo shirt and I'd get fucking flamed. It was the craziest thing. And so for the longest time I was like, masculinity is the dumbest thing ever fucking created. Like you all suck. But I've since reclaimed it. I've like found this kind of like the complete opposite word, but like a blossoming of like my masculinity that I have enjoyed since I hit puberty at an extremely late fucking age, which, you know, might have thought it was never going to come, might have scheduled a few doctor's appointments as a child because I was like, where the fuck is my puberty? Where did that shit come from? But anyways, now that I'm a 24-year-old man, it's an interesting dichotomy because I'm finally like discovering activities that I never thought I would like because I grew up thinking they're fucking dumb. I watched a sports game the other day and I was like, I get it. Like, I fucking get it. And I go to the gym and I'm like, this is an experience. And yeah, so shout out to all the people that like might be going through puberty late. That shit's very annoying. Like, I feel for you. I'm your fighter. I'm fighting with you on the battlegrounds. I'm not fighting with you on the battlegrounds anymore because I obviously hit that. But another big thing about it was, so I was so fucking short pre-puberty. Like, it was so insane. Like, why was my ass 5'4"? I was like a little like, I was like short and stout and thick as fuck. Like, I didn't, but then like it hit out of nowhere. And I grew so fast. Like, oh, this is freaking me out. This actually feels like the onset of drinking this Panera Bread charged lemonade feels like the first hour after taking an edible. This is so scary. But I grew so fast that like I have like stretch marks from growing so fast. Like, I think I went from like 5'4" to like 5'10" in like less than a year. And now I think, I don't know, I'm either 5'11" or 6 feet. It's so awkward being that fucking height. Like, this is truly like the hardest height to be, because like I think, I don't know, like I'm like narcissistic if I say 6 feet, which I think I am. But if I say 5'11", it's like, oh, humble king over here, humble short king. But when he's really 6 feet, it's like, fuck. And then I'll meet people that, okay, this is the craziest shit. This is the actually craziest shit. I will meet people that have never fucking measured themselves in their life properly, and they will be shorter than me and say they're 6'3". I'm like, did you get your fucking measuring tape from Shein? Like, what do you mean you're 6'3"? Hi, little buddy, you're not 6'3". And it was so embarrassing. Like, this happened. I was with my friend. I'm not gonna dox him, but like, I was with my friend and we were in this group, and I can't remember. This girl was like, what are your heights? And I said my height, and then he said his height, and he was fucking shorter than me, and he said he was 6'3". I was like, and so she went to me and was like, well, then you must be 6'4". I'm like, no, like I'm 6 feet tall. Yeah, take it up with little guy down here. Also, people don't expect that I'm 6 feet tall. Not that that's like extremely tall. I mean, I think it's tall in some societies and cultures, but in countries, but like here, it's like very average, I'd say. Maybe like yeah. So, I went to this event recently, or like literally any event I go to, people will be like, oh my gosh, you're so tall. Do I give short king energy? Be so fucking honest with me. Like, if you've never left an honest comment on my YouTube channel in my life, if you're like, can we just appreciate Ben and all he does for us? Drop that shit. Tell me right now, do I give short king energy? I'm gonna freak the fuck out. Okay, wait, pause. Calm, decaffeinated Ben of the week back here to let you know that the only reason that I'm still standing after drinking 300 milligrams of caffeine is because me and my doctor are tight. My doctor does his routine checkups on me, and he gave me a clean bill of health. He said, your heart is good. And I said, yeah, that's because I run. And I hate it. I hate every second of it. But I'm a runner. And you know what, doc? I'm having an apple a day. But I still want you, baby. But I don't say it like that because that's creepy. But anyways, ZocDoc is a free app where you can find amazing doctors and book appointments online. We're talking about booking appointments with thousands of top-rated patient-reviewed doctors and specialists. You can filter specifically for ones who take your insurance, are located near you, and treat almost any condition you're searching for. The average wait time to see a doctor booked on ZocDoc is between just 24 and 48 hours. That's it. You can even score same-day appointments. And listen, you can go to ZocDoc.com/mama and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/mama. ZocDoc.com/mama. Thanks for sponsoring this episode. Let's stay healthy and let's continue. All right, so next thing I want to talk about is the cure to male loneliness thugging that shit out? Maybe this is like a piggyback off of the whole masculinity discussion that I was having with myself and the voices that are ringing around in this room. But like low-key, yeah. The cure to male loneliness is thugging that shit out. There's something about the collective feeling of like, we are all in this together. We're all thugging this shit out. That makes it so much easier to like get over being lonely. If you ever feel lonely, remember that is like probably the natural state of most people on this planet. And maybe that's a sad thing to think about because, you know, it's sad to think that everyone's so lonely, but they kind of are. Most people are pretty lonely unless you have like a beautiful, devoted relationship with no problems. Like, you are lonely, and you can even be in a relationship and still feel lonely. And let that be like a nice little catalyst, a nice little freaking a boost to get out there, to make friends. Because if you are lonely, there's someone out there that's lonely, and chances are this person that you are maybe in love with, or the person that you have a crush on, is also lonely. And you know what? That's an opportunity to find each other. This picture's cracking me the fuck up too. Okay, moving along. What else we got on the docket? Lil Tay. No, we actually don't. Oh, actually, no. Someone made an edit. Oh, this is the account Official Ben's Wife made an edit of me and Lil Tay. That just made me chuckle. They also said this isn't a ship. Thank fucking God. That freaked me out. Sometimes I'd be looking through my edits and y'all will mash me with like the most random person that I've ever been. It'll be like Ben of the it'll be like Ben of the Week X like fucking Joe Rogan edit. I'm like, what is the through line here? Like, what is the connecting thread throughout all of this? Next up, my dog is getting very old. Kobe, y'all know her. The day she dies, I will go radio silent. I will go non-contact with y'all for probably 3 months. Let that be known. She is 14 now. She's getting very skinny. If she dies, I will be A, placing myself in rehab. B, that probably won't work, and then I'll probably die. First off, though, they turned the fucking Hype House into a rehab. Yes. The classic, like the Hype House that was like the Clout House before with like Rice Gum and all them, is a fucking rehab facility now. Someone bought the property and is turning it into a rehab facility. And even stranger, like the plot thickens. Okay, hold on here, mamas. So the person that bought the property, like listed on Airbnb for like really cheap. And I saw this guy made a TikTok being like, I cannot believe I just booked the entire Hype House as a fucking Airbnb. And the guy that's turning this into a rehab, I guess just like to break even while he develops the old Hype House into a rehab, freaking just like rented the whole thing out for like so cheap. And I was like, damn, like that could have been such a funny haha YouTube video. Like, I stayed in the abandoned Hype House, but too fucking late. I flopped. I'm washed. What else? My brain, I do feel the caffeine crash hitting really fast. I was like literally in a state of euphoria for a few seconds, and now I do feel fear coming in, washing over me like a wave. Thinking about how I cut my foot at the beach earlier this year, and I thought I was gonna die. I used to have extremely bad health anxiety. Any kind of like cut or anything, I'd think like it would get infected, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna get fucking gangrenes. I'm gonna have to like take my foot off, cut it off, and it was so scary, but I got over it, which is very strange. Like when COVID happened, that shit should have crippled me, but it didn't. I was a survivor and I was strong, and I moved on. Moving along, going through my camera roll. We're in 2013. Look at this fucking picture. I posted this on Instagram. It says, if I can't go to heaven, let me go to LA. That's so crazy because I live here now. What the fuck is that about? It's so wild because like LA, like I know so many people move to LA. Here's the thing. So many influencers do the classic move to LA, and it's like everyone hates it, yada, yada, yada. But this has genuinely been a place I've always wanted to move to. And it's surprising because most things that you want through rose-colored lenses, you get, and then you're like, well, what the fuck do I do now? And you hate it. But that was not the case for me. I truly do enjoy and love living in LA. I think it's a beautiful city. And mind you, I don't live like in like Hollywood or anything. I live like in the outskirts a little bit, so I'm like out here. I'm in like living a very normal life. Okay, yes I do. I go to a party every once in a while, but like it's like very rare. And I keep my circle small. We crazy as fuck, but circle small, you know. But I really did kind of like manifest that, which kind of blows my mind because like how the fuck did I get a work visa? So basically the visa I have is called extraordinary talent, which is so fucking goofy because you are not looking at my ass and thinking like, oh, like that motherfucker has extraordinary talent. But in the eyes of the US government, yes I do. Thank you very much. and that was a pain in the ass to prove. I know I like did a whole episode about like getting my visa, so we won't rehash that. It's kind of traumatic, to be honest, but like for 4 years I had to like prove that I was like had extraordinary talent, and motherfucker, I did it. What is that talent? Secret, state secret. What else? Let's expose the government. No, let's not expose the government. We'll save that for another episode. Let's expose how Kick streamers have lost their fucking mind. If you don't know what Kick is, it's like this like edgy alternative to Twitch where you can like gamble or like do what the fuck ever. It's where like, what's his name? Like Aiden Ross and all them stream. That's the new Florida man. I saw a tweet saying like Kick streamer is the new Florida man, because it truly is insane. Like you'll see like a headline and it's like Kick streamer says that we should microwave all babies or something like that. Like I don't understand. Listen, okay, here's the thing. I get like that, you know, we should have a platform where you can like do what the fuck ever. I think that would be so fun, especially when I'm like making like TikToks, where I think it would be so funny and so fun if I had like just like a super violent TikTok, not real violence, but like special effects. I love special effects violence. I think it's so fun. I would love to have like a TikTok where I just get shot in the head or something. Obviously, that would never fly, no matter how much you put like hashtag fake body or like the little emoji and say like fake blood. No, that's not gonna fucking fly. But that would be so fun to make. And I do sometimes feel creatively stifled, because sometimes my creative vision for a TikTok, that's the craziest sentence I ever just fucking said. I need to be put in like a work camp. Anyways, sometimes my creative vision is like, wow, I want to go crazy. I want to go off the rails. I want like blood and gore and guts. But the furthest I can do is just like pretending to be like a demon, like running across the floor on like all fours. So sometimes I'm like, fuck, yeah, we need like a platform where we can just do and post anything and go crazy. But that exists, and it's Kick, and it's fucking horrendous. It's like you have people like literally just doing gambling streams, which is the craziest thing. I can't remember who said this, but it's the realest shit ever. Gambling is just tax for fucking stupid people, because you are not gonna win that shit. Like, I don't even care if it's like a 0.1% chance, like the odds are like a little bit high that you're gonna win. No, you're fucking dumb. Like, do not buy lottery tickets. Okay, another sip. Wait, now we're exposing the government, because why do states in America run the fucking lottery a lot of the time? You're the government. You're supposed to be like keeping us safe and like not getting like gambling addictions. Why the fuck is like, why does California have like a lottery? Why does Missouri have the fucking lottery? Like, why are people like winning the Missouri lottery? Hello? Like that's like actually like a thing that people get addicted to. That'd be like if like Ohio started making edibles, like Ohio branded edibles. Mind you, that is kind of how it is in Ontario, I believe. In Ontario, the government runs all the liquor stores and like weed stores, and I think they produce their own. So like I think like the province of Ontario was like making their own fucking like edibles, and like they're rolling up blunts, they're making vodka and shit. That's so crazy. Like, you're the government. What the fuck? Also kind of lit though. Like, yeah, let me roll up this Ontario blunt. Let me roll up this like Mississauga, Ontario blunt. Let me hit your fucking Alberta bong. Let me have a shot of that like Ohio whiskey. What the? We've lost our ways. Societal collapse is coming. Like, it is truly a matter of time before that happens. I can feel it in the air. What the fuck did Timothée Chalamet say at that one like red carpet? He's like, existential dread is in the air. No, he was spitting. That motherfucker was spitting. Now he's playing Willy Wonka and dating Kylie Jenner. So like, I'm not looking to him for like philosophical advice and like predictions on the state of the world. But like, motherfucker was low-key spitting. Little Timmy Tim had some shit to say. I have been wondering, I know everyone talks about the Roman Empire, and that was like the worst trend that ever like came to TikTok, because it was the easiest for media to like replicate, and like there's already movies and TV shows being like, well, this is my Roman Empire. Like, tell me why the fuck I was watching like this like sitcom and they like mentioned the Roman Empire meme. What the fuck? But like, what was it like to be in the Roman Empire when it was falling? Like, duh, motherfuckers are thinking about that. Also, side note, I think that's when memes are the worst, is when it can like fully be picked up by anyone. Like the Roman Empire meme, yeah, of course that made it on like your local news channel or like your local radio station. Like, of course, like, and welcome back to. Wait, let me play like some fucking radio music. Wait, this is actually, if I can like search this up and like I don't like lose the bit fast enough, this is gonna actually be so awesome. Okay, here we go. You're listening to Ben of the Week 107.3, only in Red Deer, Alberta. So, has anyone been thinking about the Roman Empire like me? There's a TikTok trend going around where some people are thinking about the Roman Empire a little bit too much. Like, the way I did that like online autism test and it said you are likely autistic and I never got anything. I never did anything more with that. I know like that's a online self-diagnosis and so like invalid, but maybe it would explain a few things. I had a therapist for like a fat minute and the first thing she asked me was like, what effect does caffeine have on you? And I was like, it makes me tired. And like my heart races, but it makes me tired. And she was like, that is a common symptom of ADHD. And you know, that's something that a lot of y'all comment on my videos being like, I think you have ADHD, but it's not anything I've ever been diagnosed with. I feel like that's one of the things that's like, yeah, fucking probably, but I'm not going to the doctor and like getting that shit checked out. Like I can you get meds for that? I don't know. Probably. You know what? I probably could better my life if I went to a doctor and got that potentially sorted out. Or there's nothing wrong. We don't know. We do not know. Yeah, definitely hitting the caffeine crash now. Y'all should let me know if you would like to see me like on other substances other than the Panera Bread charged lemonade and trying to do a podcast. Yeah, let's try. Kidding, joking, absolutely joking. That bit fell apart. But let's read your guys' drama for this week. Okay. All right. And also, just before we get into this week's drama, yeah, the next episode is going to be a stark difference. Like, I'm so scared to like watch the next drama episode where I'm like not off 300 milligrams of caffeine. And seeing what happens. By the way, like I don't drink caffeine. Like this is probably the first caffeine I've had all month. So it's fucking me up. I'm probably gonna sleep 3 days from now. Anyways, this drama comes from, their username is in Japanese. Fuck. Maybe I can read this. Muri no kuku no. Fuck, I have no clue. I fucked that up. Anyways, they said, hi, I'm currently questioning my sexuality. I think I'm bi, and normally I would just accept it, but there's a catch. I am Christian, and I feel God will strike me from the heavens soon. I also recently put he/she as my pronouns, and I feel the judgment. Someone please help. If he's up there, if the man in the cumulonimbus cloud is actually up there, and is real, he is not going to strike you down for loving people. That's the craziest thing ever. I still will never understand why like people picked that verse out of the Bible and was like, let's run with that. Let's just like hate gay people because of that. But not like the line saying don't fucking eat shrimp. No, the Christians are going straight from church on Sunday to Red Lobster and getting fucking Shrimp Fest and gaining 8,000 calories. Make it make sense. I love y'all. I hope you have a good rest of your week. Rate 5-star, all that jazz. Subscribe, comment down below your drama, and I will read it on the next episode. Love you so much, my mamas. I'm gonna try and sleep now. Love you. Bye.